What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is part 3 of the #1 fucking source right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This is Off The Script, episode number 90, man. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Sunday morning, wherever you guys are. It's the #1 podcast right here on YouTube.com for your WWE needs. Thank you guys so much for the continued love and support all weekend, man. Off The Script is absolutely on fire. Gonna have a big week. I got a day off here and there. I'm gonna work on stuff for the DangerZone. I'm gonna for a potential hopeful to get on the channel. I got a lot of Black Ops 3 stuff going on. I got WWE stuff going on, more 2K16 stuff. Gonna be a busy week, man, so a lot of content is coming for you guys. So expect it, embrace it, and enjoy it, all right? If you guys are not following me on Twitter, at JD from NY206, and all the links you see right there in the layout. Most important is Twitter. On there all day long. Tweet at me. You know, ask me anything you want. Follow me along during Monday Night Raw, pay-per-views, NXT, etc., etc., man. Twitter is the most important. At JD from NY206. Now, we're going to get into the news, guys. I got a massive story. I got a massive story today to close off the script this weekend. And it's WrestleMania 32 plans. WWE, as we've been reporting all weekend here on Off The Script, WrestleMania 32 was in limbo due to Seth Rollins going down with a massive injury that's going to keep him out 6 to 9 months, possibly even longer. So this week, Seth Rollins' injury, WWE was hitting the reset button on most creative plans, headed not only into Survivor Series, but all the way to WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. There has been speculation, and I highlight that word, speculation, okay? That WWE was planning for Seth Rollins to be the WWE Champion all the way to WrestleMania 32 in Dallas. Other reports have claimed that Reigns was meant to take the title away from Rollins before the end of this year. Regardless of all those plans, everything has changed. Just now, today, Saturday, as you guys are going to see this, you're going to see it on Sunday, so this weekend, late Saturday, a new report has emerged potentially showing that WWE has planned for major stars at WrestleMania 32. Obviously, we knew that, but according to PWInsider.com, WWE indeed does have plans in place for John Cena versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32. There are no details on how that feud would possibly begin to build. Since Cena is now expected at TLC, the feud with The Undertaker will likely begin shortly afterward. Also in that report is the plan to have The Rock versus Triple H, and I know you guys are not going to like this, in the main event. The Rock versus Triple H closing WrestleMania 32. I think the WWE can do a little bit better than that, man. Again, there are no confirmed details on how this feud will come about, but the two rivals played around with the idea of meeting at WrestleMania on the 15th anniversary of SmackDown, and there has been speculation of The Rock being involved in WWE storylines before the end of 2015. The Authority versus The Rock could be a major feud in 2016. With Rollins' injury, WWE does not have concrete plans for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. The original plans, as per the report, were for Rollins to defend the championship against Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, or both in a triple threat match. Only time will tell if these rumors and matchups occur, but these are rumored. And I stress that word, rumored, just like I stress the word speculation. So you goons don't come after me. Oh, JD reporting another report that's not going to come true. It's all speculation and rumors, all right? But these are the rumored matches to take place in Dallas right now at WrestleMania 32 as of this writing, as of this episode of Off The Script, according to PWInsider.com, paid subscription. So let me know what you guys think about that. John Cena versus The Rock. No, not The Rock. God forbid. John Cena versus The Undertaker. We all kind of knew was coming. Obviously, we'll talk about this as the time draws near. That match would have had so much more to offer everybody if John Cena was going up against The Undertaker, who never lost his streak. Obviously, this is still something we want to see in the modern day era of WWE because it's really never happened on the big stage. It's still going to be edge of your seat action. It's still going to be unpredictable. Going into WrestleMania, will John Cena beat The Undertaker? Undertaker's been nearly flawless at WrestleMania. It's going to be a great match. It's going to be exciting. I think those two can put on one hell of a show, being that John Cena has been putting on damn good matches pretty much all year in 2015. But John Cena versus The Undertaker, I kind of knew was coming before I actually read this news to you guys. That's going to be a massive draw at that event. That has to happen. No better place for it to happen than WrestleMania 32. The Rock versus Triple H in the main event, I'm a little iffy on, man. I really am. I don't think The Rock versus Triple H is main event worthy, number one. Not in today's WWE. I don't think that should be over the WWE Championship. All right. Then you got The Rock possibly doing something with Ronda Rousey. We really don't know yet. Is she going to be involved? Is Stephanie going to be involved? Are they going to build off WrestleMania 31 like they did this year with that whole segment that happened? We don't know yet, man. But The Rock is going to be at WrestleMania in some way, shape, or form. Okay? We'll talk about this. I mean, this is too early to talk about right now, but we'll talk about this as the time draws closer. I think The Rock versus Brock Lesnar right now with Seth Rollins being out, I think the likelihood of that match happening right now is greater than if you asked me maybe 2 months ago. The Rock versus Lesnar, if WWE and certainly Vince McMahon, I know, wants this match, if this match was to happen, I think right now is the opportune time for it to happen. Triple H versus The Rock can always happen. It can always happen. You know, you could say the same thing about Brock Lesnar, but you want to get that match done now. Triple H is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere. He's the COO. You know, he's going to be with the company for the rest of his life. Brock Lesnar, you know, he's got 2 years left with the WWE. You want to get this match done now, and there's no better way to do that match than in front of 100,000 people. And they certainly have a history together. You know, SummerSlam 2002, one of my favorite SummerSlam matches of all time. Lesnar, The Rock. Lesnar beat The Rock. I'm sure The Rock wants some type of revenge. They could build off that. You know, so I think Brock Lesnar versus The Rock right now is an ample time to do that at WrestleMania 32. I'm not really all that thrilled with Triple H versus The Rock. I'm sure you guys agree with me on that, especially being in the main event. I don't want to see it close the show. I don't think Triple H or The Rock deserve that type of honor. Seriously, no matter how great they are, no matter what kind of legacy they have, I don't want to see that match close the show. If you're going to have something close the show, it should be the WWE Championship, okay? You know, you could have made a debate back in the day when The Undertaker was undefeated. You know, that was a big, big part of the show. It depended on who he was going up against, but, you know, the matches that he had with Shawn Michaels and Triple H, they could easily have closed the show just because of the weight of everything that match had to offer. The Rock versus Triple H, this has nothing to offer except two guys who are really not active in-ring competitors, only when they want to be, and you're going to have that close the show over the WWE Championship. And then we go back to the debate. You know, the guys who have been there all year long wait for WrestleMania all year long, and they want to be in the main event, especially if you're the WWE Champion. But you have to relinquish your spot to The Rock, who's not even on fucking TV. You got to relinquish your spot to Triple H, who is not an active in-ring competitor. He's pretty much retired. Same thing for The Rock. He's pretty much retired. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Let me know. Obviously, if I were to book WrestleMania, if you want to go in-depth about it again, you know, I think Daniel Bryan needs to be a part of this, man. And, you know, you guys are going to say, JD, get off Daniel Bryan's jock. Get off the Daniel Bryan hype train. Stop jumping up and down on his cock. I know. I hear it all week long, every time I talk about Daniel Bryan. But there is no other way. I don't think Roman Reigns is ready yet. Give him another 6 months. I said it in part 1. He's in the oven at 375 degrees, man. He's browning on top. Just a little bit more, man. That inside, the inside of that lasagna has to be nice and fucking hot, man. That's not Roman Reigns yet. It's not Roman Reigns yet. Roman Reigns is fucking lasagna in the oven. It's still cold in the center, but the cheese on top is browned. It's nice. It's nice and melted. I'm making you guys, I'm fucking making myself hungry. I'm making you guys hungry, right? But that's what I think about Roman Reigns. I don't think he's ready yet. Give him 6 months. If you want him to be at WrestleMania, have him win the title then. I don't think Roman Reigns needs to win the title at Survivor Series. WWE has to intrigue us at Survivor Series. WWE has to fucking wow us at Survivor Series. Hopefully that's it. Daniel Bryan's got to be a part of this discussion. He really does. There's nobody else in line, you know, if you think about it, there's nobody else at the top of the card for a WWE Championship. I don't trust WWE to push anybody. You got to bring Bryan back. You got to bring Bryan back. And then as far as the rest of WrestleMania, you know, the Hardys might be there. We don't know. Anything can happen. You know, you got Sami Zayn possibly coming back, and it would make most sense to have him go against Kevin Owens for the Intercontinental Championship. That will bring me back to days of old, man, when the IC title was being fought over and fucking defended in a heated feud. Zayn versus Owens at WrestleMania for the Intercontinental Championship, man. It's going to happen. It's got to happen. And other than that, I don't know what else WWE's got planned, but we'll figure it out. But the top matches right now, they're coming into play, according to PW Insider. Cena, Undertaker, Rock, Triple H. That's all they got planned right now. It's big news. We kind of knew that, but it's being reported as of Saturday night, so I figured I will let you guys know about that being the top story of Off the Script for Sunday, Part 3. Goldust is one of the most respected veterans in WWE history. His quality of work as a performer in the ring and backstage as a presence helping the younger talents has improved in all ways as he's gotten older. That is a rare thing, especially in 2015. Goldust suffered a shoulder injury not too long ago. In May, he revealed that his shoulder required surgery and that he would be out of action for at least 4 months. The last time we saw Goldust recently at NXT TakeOver Respect, he appeared with Dustin Runnels. He appeared as Dustin Runnels without any face paint to greet and congratulate the winners of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic, which were Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. The Bizarre One has made his intentions quite clear that he's targeting the Intercontinental Championship upon his return to the Squared Circle. He's looking to win the IC title for a 4th time, but that it's a lot easier said than done, is pretty much what Goldust is saying. The tweet could be a good way to test the waters to see how Goldust versus Owens would be received by the WWE Universe. Owens still lacks a definitive challenger for the IC title for Survivor Series, and Goldust could sneak to the head of the line. Well, that's all changed. That is all changed, especially with Kevin Owens probably going to be in this tournament if it's still going to happen for the WWE Championship. If not, I wouldn't mind seeing Goldust versus Kevin Owens. I think that would be a fantastic fucking match. I wouldn't mind seeing Goldust in the mid-card period. I love his body of work, man. Nobody had a better 2014 than Goldust. Every time you put him out there, every time he was in the ring, he delivered absolutely to the best of his ability, man. Whether it was against the Shield, whether it was against Randy Orton, whether it was against the Authority, you name it, man. He had a great run. I would love to see Goldust back in the WWE fighting for a mid-card title. I think he adds a lot of great ring expertise and a lot of talent, and you know, obviously as a performer backstage, a presence backstage, I should say. I think Goldust would add a lot to the WWE right now, especially being that they got so many guys out. Goldust possibly coming back from a shoulder injury. We'll find out. Hopefully he does. I love me some Goldust, and I think he's absolutely great in the ring. And like I said, nobody's had a better 2014 than Goldust, man. His work was unbelievable when he came back. Great shape. Dolph Ziggler recently stated in a Q&A that wrestling is the least most important thing about the wrestling business. It's understandable why Dolph Ziggler feels that way, but he's wrong. Many people look at the pro wrestling industry as having 2 faces. The first face is about art, passion, and love of real wrestling and storytelling in the ring. The other face is that of sports entertainment. Ziggler is no question talking about how WWE can show favoritism to certain superstars despite not being exceptional at the in-ring product of WWE, which is a lot in the WWE right now. In that regard, wrestling in WWE could be seen as a less relevant to the product as other factors of an in-ring performer. WWE's style of doing business doesn't diminish wrestling. WWE instead gives the audience the best wrestling the performers are capable of, but at the right time, typically every Monday, Wednesday night, especially at least once a month at a pay-per-view as well. The best matches are traditionally seen and paid for by WWE fans. That's the WWE model for business success and has been for over 20 years. Ziggler is right to be disgruntled because he is a fantastic wrestler, but WWE functions on allowing talents to wrestle at the right time. WWE, the main thing with WWE is that it's more of a business now. And I understand that as a fan. So I'm not going to harp on WWE the way they run business. Obviously, there's things that I would change about creative, things I would change about storylines, things I would change about the model of shows that they put on. You know, like Monday Night Raw and SmackDown and, you know, the pay-per-views that they give us every month. But, you know, when the WWE wants to deliver wrestling, they absolutely can do it better than anybody. And it's very rare that we get that type of, you know, that reaction from WWE, that they just go out and fucking give us a great wrestling show. You know, certain pay-per-views this year were a great wrestling show, like Wrestlemania. Wrestlemania, I know it's supposed to be, but, you know, the years past of Wrestlemania were not that good. You know, there were spots here and there where I just didn't care for it. The in-ring action sucked. You know, this year's Wrestlemania, top to bottom, everything for that 4 hours was absolutely brilliant, man. Best pay-per-view of the year, bar none. Okay? SummerSlam was another one. SummerSlam was a decent wrestling pay-per-view. We got a lot of wrestling on SummerSlam. Hell in a Cell, we got a lot of wrestling at Hell in a Cell. You know, back and forth, each match delivered great in-ring product. You know, Ziggler has a right to be disgruntled, a right to be upset. He goes out there and does that every single night, no matter where he is. And that's not going to get him over, man. WWE's going to look at crowd reaction, t-shirt sales. You know, they're going to look at that type of thing first and foremost instead of looking at what the guy is doing in the ring. How much merch is he selling? How much of a crowd reaction is he getting? Is it organic? Do people want to see him? You know? That's what WWE's looking for. You know, I can't imagine Dolph Ziggler selling all that much merchandise. I'm sure he sells a decent amount. Can't see him selling all that much merch. If he was selling John Cena-like merchandise, he'd be in the main event. That's just the way it is with WWE. So I understand where Ziggler's coming from. I understand as a fan the WWE business model. But that's just the way it is, man. There's no arguing about it. So I'm okay with it. You guys should be okay with it. But when WWE gets right down to it, they can deliver a damn good wrestling show better than anybody, man. What do we got here? We got another disgruntled worker here. At Curtis Axel, which I love, man. Being that he's the son of Mr. Perfect, he's just amazing in the ring. I know what he's capable of. During Monday Night Raw in Denver, former Intercontinental Champion Curtis Axel tweeted out the following, displaying his frustrations about his position in WWE. I'm the son of Mr. Perfect, for Christ's sake, and I'm damn good. The sidelines ain't no place for a starter at WWE. It's no secret that Axel has struggled greatly on the main roster of WWE. Axel started in NXT Season 2 and eventually joined CM Punk's Nexus. Michael McGillicuddy was a poor name for him during his time in the Nexus, although he did receive some decent in-ring time, exposure, and a tag team championship with David Otunga. Soon he was the victim of a punt kick from Randy Orton that wrote him off television for some time. In 2013, he was repackaged as Curtis Axel and given the expert tutelage of Paul Heyman. Under Heyman, Axel found much more success. He became the Intercontinental Champion and defended it on a regular basis. As a Paul Heyman guy, he was required to play second fiddle to Brock Lesnar in the middleman between Heyman and Punk during their heated rivalry in 2013. His 2013 led him to be an undervalued individual as the IC champion and as a talent that got buried due to sacrificing all his momentum for Punk. He'd go on to lose the Intercontinental Championship to Big E, and Heyman dropped him as a Paul Heyman guy. Since then, Axel has been floating around the mid-card, barely. Axelmania gained plenty of steam, despite Axel not being booked properly. But it eventually got him into a tag team with Damien Sandow. The pair played an impersonation gimmick of Macho Man Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan, but obviously that was dropped since the racist lawsuit of Hulk Hogan, until Hogan's racial comments dropped that opportunity as well. Now Axel sits and waits with nothing to do but tweet during Monday Night Raw. WWE should be ashamed of themselves. You know, I'm not saying that I agree with Axel. I'm not saying that he should be pushed based on his lineage. I'm not saying he should be pushed because he's the son of Mr. Perfect. You're not going to get anywhere because you're the son of Mr. Perfect. You're not going to get anywhere like that. So, you know, I'm not defending him based on that. But, again, he is the son of Mr. Perfect. This is WWE Hall of Fame right here. This is a legend. Mr. Perfect, one of the greatest all time. I've stated many times how you can book Mr. Perfect, but you can't book his son. I see a lot of Mr. Perfect in Curtis Axel when he's in the ring. Curtis Axel in the ring is damn fucking good. Damn good. I would love to see Axel as a mid-card guy. I would love to see Axel as a dick-like heel, a douche heel. You know, he's cocky, he's brash, he's fucking the son of Mr. Perfect for crying out loud. I would love to see it. I don't think WWE knows what to do with him. You know? It's funny. A lot of the guys that WWE have on their roster that have all the talent in the world, they just don't know how to handle. I would put Axel down in NXT, to be honest with you. Why waste him? Axel is such an amazing talent, in-ring performer. I would put him in NXT, man. He would give us great matches with anybody. Breeze, Joe, Apollo Crews, Finn Balor. Anybody, man. That's how good he is. You got to start utilizing him, man. He's the son of Mr. Perfect. You don't want to waste that type of talent. I know his frustration. I see his frustration. I understand it. And I sympathize with him. I agree with it. You got to use him. You got to use him, man. This type of talent needs to be utilized. You know, the gimmick impersonation of Macho Man and Hulk Hogan, trash. Absolute fucking garbage. Nobody who is the son of Mr. Perfect or related to Mr. Perfect in any way should be given a fucking Hulk Hogan gimmick, impersonation gimmick, teaming up with Damian Sandow, another one who's not being used, as Macho Man Randy Savage, man. Absolutely bullshit. You know, but Curtis Axel, I don't know what WWE, or if WWE has anything planned for him. I really don't know. It's a shame. It's disgusting. And if you guys want to see Curtis Axel booked the right way, just watch me on Twitch when I stream WWE 2K16. Curtis Axel, disgruntled. I wish they'd do something with him. If you don't want to put him on the main roster, which I would love to see, people just don't understand him, put him down in NXT, man. He'll get over. He's a great heel. He knows what he's doing. He's got a great attitude. He's got a great look. In-ring skill is great. Use him, man. NXT is the place to be for Curtis Axel. And finally, guys, look at this. This is just a rumor. I just wanted to put this in there as something to possibly talk about. The latest installment of the James Bond franchise, Spectre, opens this week in cinemas all over the country. Former WWE superstar Dave Bautista recently did an exclusive interview with WWE.com to promote the film's opening night in the U.S. Among one of the topics was The Rock's career in Hollywood and WWE. Bautista responds to the possibility of the two seeing each other on the movie set or in the ring. He was asked, where would we be more likely to see you with The Rock? On a movie set or in the ring at WrestleMania? He says, that's a good question. I would take either opportunity. At this point, you're more likely to see us in the ring together. If you flash back to WrestleMania 20, that would be the only time. I don't have any plans right now to return to the ring or to do a film with Dwayne, but I would jump at the chance for either opportunity. Is that something that's in the back of your mind, finding your way back into a WWE ring? He says, I miss it so much. What I really thought was interesting is the way that Chris Jericho went back and forth and did live events. Live events are fun, man. It's really just all about you and the audience. I always just love that. I'm passionate about it. I'm proud to be a pro wrestler because I love it. As of this writing, there are no plans for Batista to return to the WWE or for The Rock and him to meet in the ring, on a movie set, or in the street, okay? However, there is speculation of WWE making some calls to major talent lately. Recently, there was a report of The Rock possibly doing an angle at the end of the year. Batista versus The Rock would be a jaw-dropping opportunity and a match for WWE to book at WrestleMania. This matchup isn't confirmed by any means or even rumored in WWE, but stranger things have happened. I think that would be an interesting match, man. Batista versus The Rock. It would be fresh. Two movie stars. Batista would come back as a heel. I love him when he's a heel, man. He's a dick-like heel. His work with John Cena right before he went on leave for 4 years, he was at the top of his game, man. Batista as a heel, man. I loved him. That's when he really started to get things going, and then we didn't see him anymore. Then he came back as a face, and WWE really screwed that all up. The Rock could be the baby face in this. Rock versus Batista, certainly a WrestleMania-esque match. It would be interesting to see. Movie star versus movie star. You know, you got two great WWE performers right there. I think it would be a great match, man. Let me know what you guys think. But right now, this is not confirmed in any way. It's not even rumored. It's just Batista was asked about it and asked about Dwayne Johnson. Where would you rather see him? in the ring or on a movie set. So it's interesting to talk about, man. It makes for great discussion. Nothing's really planned. I figured I'd close off the script with that, guys. But thank you so much for watching part 3. I'm gonna fucking go make some tea, man. I gotta get rid of this voice. I don't know what's going on here, but thank you for watching me. Thank you for listening. Off the Script was on fire all week, and I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you to the new subscribers and new followers I got over Twitter and on YouTube, man. I greatly appreciate it. We're continuing to build Team JD as an unstoppable force, man. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching part 3. I'm not going to do the Q&A because of my voice this week. Hope you guys understand. I'll be bringing it back as soon as I feel better. I promise you. I got your questions all saved. I got it going. We'll do a nice little episode Q&A when I feel better. But if you guys want to check out the sponsors, man, I want to just go through this real fast. WrestleCrate.com. Go visit them on Twitter at WrestleCrates and their website, WrestleCrate.com. #1 subscription service for pro wrestling fans, man. And use my code JDSENTME for an instant 10% off the regular crate and the ultimate crate, man. Fantastic deal. Do that right now. They do work out of the UK as well. All their information for both the US and the UK links are down below in the description. If you guys want to donate to the show, man, I always love when you guys donate. I greatly appreciate it. I love all your support. If you guys want to donate to the PayPal link down below, always there. If you want to donate another way, you can always go out and buy a t-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees for Off the Script. We're on there. Gray color, $19.99. ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off the Script. If you guys want to go check out the Danger Zone community channel, man, building up by Chris Denk and his girlfriend Michelle and their team. Link for that is down below in the description as well. Go and subscribe to that. It's going to be great. A great place for us wrestling fans on YouTube to gather and talk WWE, man. It's going to be a great thing. Can't wait to see that get up off the ground. I am going to do a specific video for them. I got an idea brewing right now. I just want to feel a little bit better before I sit down and record it. I'm going to submit that. Hopefully they get me on there as a regular and I can bring you guys great content on there from the Danger Zone community channel with Chris and Michelle. And what else do I got, man? What am I missing? Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything, man. I think I got it all covered. Twitter, YouTube, subscribe, follow. You guys know the deal, man. Hit that thumbs up. I'm JD. I'm going to try and drink some tea, rest, relax tonight. I'll be back for Monday Night Raw review, as always, guys, on Monday night, actually, as soon as the show goes off the air. Thank you guys so much for Off the Script this weekend. I'll be back for Monday Night Raw. Until then, this is JD, and I will talk to you all very soon, man. Thank you for watching.